This episode is sponsored by HelloFresh, the UK's #1 recipe box kit. Billie, you're usually the cook in your house, aren't you? So
Yes.
what have you been cooking recently from HelloFresh?
So I actually made the other night, it was called a chicken pot scrunch pie, and
Oh,
I have to
sounds nice.
say, it was amazing. It's probably one of my favourite recipes today. It was
It's good to know.
and the kids loved it as well. It was like
Yeah.
a really nice chicken pie with like vegetables in it, but then the top was phyllo pastry. So rather than like heavy, like
Nice, light and crispy.
it was really, honestly, it was really nice.
That's what I love about HelloFresh. Like, you're always trying different ingredients and recipes that you wouldn't normally cook at home.
Well, this is it. Like, I haven't cooked anything like that for the kids for a while, and I think
Yeah.
the fact like it was on like a night I'd been at work in the day, and it comes
Yeah, there's
straight
like
to
no
the door.
thought process.
Yeah,
It's there. There's no food waste. You've got your recipe sheet and your method how to do
yeah,
it.
that's the
So
thing.
convenient.
Like everything's fully prepared as well for you, so it's just literally pulling it all together.
Takes all the stress out of it.
Yeah.
And guys, we have got a special treat for you. So you can get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes when you use the code, in capitals, Sam and Billie.
That's Sam and Billie, all in capitals. Enjoy, guys.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Sam and Billie show.
Hi everyone. There's something a little bit different about us this week.
We're at home. How nice though to actually get up, like sort the kids out for school, put a bit of makeup on and then just sit and do it at home.
Oh, it does feel slightly more relaxed, although I have got Nelly at home today. She's actually upstairs
How is
resting.
she?
Yeah, she's all right. She's a lot better today. There's been like a sick bug, I guess, going around the school.
Yeah.
And Arthur had it last Sunday. Well, he had it it started like Saturday late, and then he had it Sunday. And then Nelly woke up Sunday morning about 5 a.m. yesterday morning, Mother's Day, and had
Just what you
exactly
need on
the
Mother's
same
Day.
thing. I know. And you know what it's
bless.
like as well? Like, it's always like, Mummy, isn't it? It's never like Daddy. It's always,
Yeah.
Mummy, I've been... And then, like, she was from about 5 a.m, like, and then she just all day was being sick, and bless her.
Is it a 24-hour thing? Do you think that she'll be okay by tonight?
Yeah, she hasn't been sick today. She's like really weak. She was like, I can't walk, like just weak.
She needs
But
what is it? Just like tea and toast.
That's what I said. I said to her, you just got to stay in bed today all day. So
Yeah,
she's
relax.
upstairs chilling.
It does take it out of you though, doesn't it? When you're like being sick or going to the toilet, it drains your whole body of every ounce of energy that you have.
Yeah, like exactly. That's what she was saying to me. She's like, I feel really drained, Mummy. She was like, my legs feel weak. And I said, well, number one, you've been really ill, but also you haven't eaten anything. So, yeah, bless her. She'll be all right. though.
So
She's
what else did you
definitely
do
the
on your
mend.
Mother's Day?
It all went a little bit pear-shaped, to be honest, because we was all meant to go... So we had like the morning at home, and then we was going to go for lunch, and then we was going to Dancing on Ice. The final was obviously last night. Me, Greg, and both the kids. But obviously, with Nelly being ill, I was like, oh no, what do we do? Like, obviously, she couldn't go. But then, like, I was in that position of, obviously, Arthur was really looking forward to going. We was going to support Mark 'cause it was the final. So Mum comes to the rescue. Mum's the rescue on Mother's Day, bless her. Come and looked after Nelly, and me, Greg and Arthur still went. We didn't leave till like later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But we went there and supported Mark, and it was really good.
What did it feel like when you was there? Did it all start like coming back to you? Like, was it a bit nostalgic? Like,
It was like when we drove into the gates, like it's on like a big airfield where they recalled it, and when I drove into the gates, I sort of got like a little bit, not PTSD exactly, but you know, like like it was a weird feeling, because obviously the last time I was there, when I had my accident, and then obviously was told obviously couldn't continue in the competition, so it was a little bit strange, but it was so nice to go back and see Mark, support him. Finally met Mark's lovely wife, Kathy, because I was like, I feel like I know you, but we'd never actually met.
of course.
Because last year, no one could go. There was no live audience, so it was so like it like when you performed, it was like silent, like it was buzzing, everyone was cheering, it was brilliant. It was such a good show. They come third. I was gutted for them because their performance was amazing, but I mean, I think
Third
when
place
they
is really good though.
And also, I think when you get to the final on that show, you are all winners. Like you're all the standard this year though was, oh my gosh, they were all like pros.
Really?
Oh,
my
like
gosh, it's
I
so
was
daunting,
like,
isn't it?
me and Mark was laughing. Mark went, yeah. He said, obviously we laugh, not laugh. We say it wasn't meant to be last year, but he went, I'm glad you didn't do this year though. I was like, me too. I was like, Jesus, it was all
The competition
like,
was stiff then, by the sounds
very
of it.
stiff. But yeah, it was a good night. And Arthur was really good. It was so funny. Arthur went to me, Mummy. Oh, because we was just going to go. We had our cab booked for 9 o'clock when when the show finished. But there's a big after party. So we was just going to go. And Arthur was like, are we going to the after party? And I was like, oh, I think we're going to go. He was like, oh, please, Mummy. Because he could see all like the lights and the music. And we was like, right, let's go and get one drink. And it was nice because I could see Mark after the show again. And so we had one drink and then we left, and then Arthur zonked out on the way home. But it was really good. Like, it was a great atmosphere.
Nice to do something different as well.
Anyway, how was your Mother's Day yesterday?
It was lovely. Oh, actually, we should talk about Friday. How nice was Friday? Oh, no, Saturday we went out,
Saturday.
didn't we?
Nice.
It was so nice. So, for the listeners, we took Mum and Nanny Liz out for a bit of lunch, and it was so sunny. And can we actually talk about the weather? Like, how nice has this weather been? It's been like, I feel like I've been abroad in the last week.
Yeah,
like,
but now I've put all my coats away.
I know, and then this week again, it looks like it's going to be miserable. Actually, today's quite sunny here in Surrey, but I think the rest of the week's going to be quite really grey.
Yeah, it's really grey here in Brentwood and cold and windy. But no, so Saturday was really nice.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it? So we went to Selfridges. They've got this restaurant on the rooftop called Alto, and they'd lifted off the roof, and it literally felt like we was abroad, didn't it? There wasn't one cloud in the sky, and it's quite like Italian-y, isn't it? Like the way they've decorated that restaurant. It was like,
it was so nice, wasn't it?
Very nice.
Oh, roll on the summer.
I know. So we done that on Saturday. So then on Sunday, what did I do? So I woke up in the morning. I had tea and biscuit in bed with their little cards that they make at school. You know, like they write little poems and little. It's so
really
sweet.
Cute.
Now, because now they can write their own little words. It's like even extra special, isn't it? Like, and some of the spellings, I was laughing. There was what did Paul write? That was it. Terrific. But I could understand this. The spelling was wrong, but I read it like how he spelled it, like T-U, terrific. But it was really cute. Do you know what we've forgotten to celebrate on our intro? We've gone off on a tangent about Mother's Day. That we hit 1 million downloads, listeners.
I know.
How amazing is that? When we got that text the other day.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. When we got that text the other day from the producers, I was like, that is such a big achievement. Yes, so 1 million audio downloads in just over 4 months. I mean, we need to celebrate that.
Crazy. We do need to celebrate.
When I had the baby.
We need to do like I was going to say, yeah. We need to do like, when you've had the baby, do like a dinner and drinks, go out.
We should.
Have a little cheers.
We absolutely need to do that. But yeah, I'm really proud of us because obviously there's so many podcasts out there and we're a little bit late to the game, I'd say. But
yeah,
look at us now, 1 million listeners.
That is amazing.
So what else have you been up to? I feel like we've
everyone.
got so much to catch up on because we haven't done a recording for ages. And then this one is so current because for those that are listening to this today, we recorded this yesterday. So we recorded this on Monday, which is today. So we're really up to date.
Oh, this is going out tomorrow, right?
This is juicy. Did you see the news on the Oscars? What about Will Smith?
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? I said to Mum this morning, I'm definitely going to talk to Mum about Will Smith.
My goodness. I thought, is this like set up? Because it was so kind of shocking. I was like,
no.
And then when you watch that
Really
video
shocking.
over and over again, you're like, actually, no, he's fuming.
No, but also, could you imagine if he'd have, like, obviously slapped him really hard, but if that would have been a punch, he would have knocked him. He would have knocked him straight out because he's like big, strong. I felt really bad for Chris Rock, but then I don't know, like I feel like is there more to that story?
Well, maybe because
is there more to it?
I thought I had a little couple of reads on a couple of forums. I'm not sure if I'm right, but apparently she suffered with alopecia. But I don't know if there is more to it than that as well. You know, I had a little read online, and I think she suffered with alopecia. So maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know if there's more to it than just that, but maybe that's what it was. And he's just flipped. I think maybe he just flipped and just, I don't know, couldn't control it, clearly. And just...
Well, yeah, I suppose maybe, like, Chris Rock, if he thinks he's making a joke about, like, something in her appearance that she can't do anything about, then I suppose Will's just like, absolutely not going to suffer it. But to get up, like, at the Oscars and do that...
I think that's, like, the most shocking thing that's ever happened at the Oscars, ever.
Yeah, completely.
And then the fact that he went on to win an Oscar for his appearance, for his performance, rather, in the Williams, was it? His appearance. But yeah, oh my gosh. I mean...
That is crazy. But also, no one's going to mess with old Will Smith again, are they?
Could you imagine? I'm sorry, but could you imagine today, like the next day, like what happened to deal with, like, it's like worldwide coverage news. Like, have you seen all the memes already? I was like, had a little look on Instagram.
No, I haven't seen
in here. Oh my gosh, there is just like every other picture or story or post is like a meme about Will Smith.
But also as well, have you seen? There's like a collage of all the people in the audience, like all the celebrities. Yeah,
I think it's when he sits down and then he starts shouting. There's just something in his face that it's like, that's not acting. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can see that like anger. It was like in his eyes even, and then he said it, repeated himself again. I was just like, oh my God. Yeah, so what else have you been up to? Oh, so it was really cute. The other week I went to Little Paul, had a kind of like an open morning. So we got to sit with them in their classroom and look at their work they've been doing, and you kind of sit. And then we sat in an art class, which was really cute, and watched a bit of PE. And then they done like an assembly at the end. Oh my gosh, I was a sobbing mess all day. Like, I must have welled up about 6 times. Like, and I know that I'm pregnant, so my hormones are like crazy. But it genuinely is really sad, isn't it, when like your kids just get older and older. When you sit and experience like a day in the life of your child, let's say at school, and you just I don't know, it's just mad. Like, and then anyway, they done this like assembly, and it was all based on the book Flight School. I don't know if Nelly or Arthur have read that yet. Anyway, all the songs were like really kind of touching. I'm like, just do the teachers do this on purpose just to make the parents cry? Anyway, so then right at the end of the assembly, they were all singing, you know, Bob Marley, every little thing is gonna be all right, and their little voices.
Yeah,
and I think, like, you know, like with everything that's been going on in the world, it just
oh my gosh,
like every single parent was just like sobbing, and then all these little innocent children singing Bob Marley. But I can't even. And I said to Paul, like, they had made these little crowns with feathers on them, and I had it the other day, and I went to Paul, this crown I will never ever, that will always remind me of all them little kids standing up there singing that song, with what's going on in the world at the moment. And it's so cute. It's just the cutest thing. And then I got to go up to the big school. So I don't know if I told you, Little Paul's in schools in 2 parts. So you've got like the prep school, and then like big school starts from year 2.
The junior.
So we went up there the other day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, because I'm so used to this like little like tiny school with all the little ones running around. Then you go up to the big school, and then they're up there with the big kids, you know. So me and Paul were just walking around. I was like, he's gonna, and even all the teachers were saying, when they get to year 2, like they do start really growing up and they become really independent. And I was like, oh, it's really sad.
Well, I know that with Nelly, like, she's obviously in year 3 now. Yeah. It is literally, it's like, oh my God, how did that happen? Yeah. And then they really sort of find their feet, I think, when they become a junior. But talking of like shows, school plays, Nelly had a school play.
Did she?
The other day as well. It was an Easter play. So it was just the year 3s and 4s. And talking about songs, so it was quite like, it wasn't an emotional one. It was more like it was quite lively, upbeat. Yeah. It was all, because obviously year 3 and 4. But the song at the end, it was so good. They all sung by McFly.
Yeah.
it's all about you. But it was, it's all about you, Jesus. It's all about.
That's so sweet.
It was honestly, it was brilliant. You know, like it was such a good like ending to the play. I could
That's
have welled
really
up actually
good.
at that, but I remember with Nelly, like at the Harvest Festival in the church. I remember like welling up at that all the time, like all the songs and the little voices,
just
and but
all
I remember
standing
looking
there.
around and be all standing there. Is they're all like, "Ooh,"
know.
like little angels, aren't they? Their voices, but I remember looking around and being like the only parent crying.
Well, do you know what? Having said that, when we was actually at the play, like the assembly bit, everyone was crying. But throughout the day, I was thinking, God, keep it together, because it wasn't really much to cry about throughout the day. But I think that was just my hormones. But then finally, when we sat down, like one of the teachers was handing out tissues, and I was like, couldn't control it, and I rang Paul after, and I was like, I'm in bits. I've spent all morning crying. He was like, pull yourself together.
But also, it's like happy tears, I guess, as well, because it's like
they're happy, and
you know, like they're happy, and you don't know what they do all day, every day at
No.
school. You're sort of like, you only know what they tell you, really, and what the teacher keeps you updated with. So when you go in and you're like, oh my God, you've been doing this, or you've been learning that, and it's,
So,
yeah,
because
it
we
is
sat in on an
emotional.
art class, and then so the art teacher, she's an American lady, and so every art class they start with, she comes in with, what's the little guitar called? A ukulele? What's it called? Yeah, ukulele.
ukulele.
So she walks in with a ukulele, and they all sing this little art song. It's really, so it's really
What?
short. It's about 15, 20 seconds long, and it's like and it's just the cutest thing. And then they all start their art class.
it's
So
so
even that,
cute.
I was like, oh my God, this is all so emotional.
That's like a really nice therapy session.
I know. It's just really cute, and it was just like you were saying, an insight to
That
what they
must-
get up to and stuff. So, how's things with the house?
Yes, the house. So we are getting there. Finally, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. There's been loads of annoying stuff in the press the last couple of weeks, and I actually did squash it once. I done a press show because the show Family Diaries.
I saw one set of pictures of Greg jumping on a trampoline, and the first thing that came to my head was, how on earth or why is Greg and Billie being papped in their own garden?
I know, it's ridiculous, because what it is, there's all like hoarding and like boards up round the front, but the gate's always left open
Yeah.
because the builders are in and out. So paps have been standing outside then and shooting into the house. But apart like that's obviously annoying. But the other thing was,
So what are the stories?
so basically, a while ago the press rerun a story saying, oh, Billie and Greg having trouble with their neighbours, right? Bear in mind, our neighbours have been great since we moved in there. We've had no complaints. You know, there's a lot of work going on at that house, as we all know, for the last year. Like, they've been really, really cool, easy. We've met a couple of them. They've been lovely. So I was really annoyed about this story, because I was like, where has this come from again? Like, I get it, like when we was having the planning permission troubles and we spoke about it on the show. Anyway, so because the Family Diaries aired last week, the first episode, so we had a press day. So I thought, well, I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm going to squash these rumours, which are rubbish. Squash it anyway. So
to do it.
of course, no one decided to pick up on the fact that I was saying nice things. Obviously, basically saying it was a load of rubbish what was printed. None of the onlines are interested in that. So we do a podcast, me and Greg, for Vicky Patterson as part of the press for the show. And Greg just says a really funny comment. You know what Greg's like? There's no filter. And he's like, he said something silly like, oh, imagine me skinny dipping in the pool or something, and like laughed, but made a joke, right? I woke up the next morning, I must have had 20 Google alerts on my phone. Neighbours fear as Greg threatens to skinny dip in his pool, right?
Threatens. Can we just say though, if he wants to skinny dip in his pool, Greg can skinny
Of
dip
course
in
he
his
can.
pool.
But like, I was just like, for God's sake.
Sorry, that just made me laugh. Do you remember when you and Mum first got to the Maldives at Christmas and you both sent me a video and I think you two were skinny dipping in your private pool? Listen, guys, it won't just be... This is be the headline now. It's going to be all of them skinny dipping. The whole family. Watch out.
Watch out. You don't look over the fence. You might see something you don't want. But no, it really like... Oh, yeah. But no, I just thought like, oh, for goodness sake, like, I know it is press, right?
Yeah.
And we do, listen, we know we've been doing it for years, but I don't know, this neighbour thing.
But they get it so, though, but do you know what it is? They get it so wrong and the headlines are always just so dramatic and over the top.
Yeah.
Like, just even going back to when we spoke out about our experience at Sexy Fish, they'd made out that we had been turned away.
Turned away from
and
the
it was
restaurant.
Like, no. It's like, no, we left because they were rude.
Yeah.
Like, and then they make up headlines which actually that are not true and actually shouldn't be allowed, really.
And what's frustrating is
it's just such lazy journalism, though.
Lazy
like,
journalism.
Who are these? Yeah, but it is. But who are they? Do you know what I mean? Like they, you know, I feel like back in the day, like sometimes it was like, oh, you obviously you do get amazing journalists, but most of these little like make up all these headlines. I just think you haven't done your research.
Oh yeah, they get my age wrong, like on the Daily Mail online, and they get Greg's age.
And
they say Greg Shepherd age 42. We're like, oh. But no, yes. I mean, you've got to laugh, haven't you? It's silly things. But I just, you know, what's bugging me? It's just like bringing the neighbours into it all the time. They just love this neighbour thing. But anyway, sorry, going back to the house itself, I just wanted to rant about that and I just wanted to squash those silly rumours again. Anyway, so the house is... No, the house is going really well. So it's all been plastered, it's all been painted white, and the garden's really coming along well. All the grass has gone in now.
On Instagram, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's really getting there. I'm just at the point now, just all the finishing bits, interior, just doing all the interior stuff now. I mean, it's a lot to choose. Like, I don't think I'm going to rush, and I won't have every room done by the time we move in there. No, not at all, because it's too much to do. It's too overwhelming, and also I feel like you've got to live somewhere a little bit and get a vibe for it. You know, like not just rush and do it.
Absolutely, and that's how I feel about mine at the minute as well, because we got the keys a few weeks ago, but we're still here in the rental at the moment. But our move over is going to be in about 3 weeks' time. So we tried to get some bits done whilst the house was empty, and actually we've now gone back and we're just doing bare minimum at the new house, because I was like, let's just get in there. It's not in a terrible state anyway. It's not like how you moved into
it
yours
looks
that needed
beautiful.
down. It's absolutely fine, but you know, eventually we want to change bathrooms and kitchens and things like that, but it's just not essential right now. So I was like, let's just get some fresh carpet down, you know, fresh lick of paint, and that's literally all we need. Because I thought with the new baby coming, I was like, I do want like new carpet. I was like, you know, like someone else.
Things like that.
Just little things. But other than that, like, everything does need redecorating. But I said to Paul, let's just live here for a while and then we can just decide. And also I feel like if you rush decisions, especially on your home, and it's obviously so expensive and you want to get it right, if you get it wrong, it's not an easy mistake to, like, you know, not a mistake, but it's not an easy thing to like undo and start again. You know, it's look how expensive things are, you know, to in the home. So yeah, we're gonna.
No, I completely agree with you. I think that. Yeah, like I think you should. Like, obviously, as well, where it's all lovely and totally livable, just do it gradually. It's only because we've had to rebuild and do everything. But yeah, and mate, I can't wait to come see the house. I need to come and see it.
Come over before our furniture goes in, because it's quite nice to see the house empty. Do you know what I mean? Ooh. We've still got, because we've still got like 3 and a bit weeks till we actually move in. So just come over
before that,
before or after your holiday. Let's do
1,000,000%.
Got Easter coming up. Mine have got like nearly 4 weeks off. Like, I actually don't know what I'm going to do.
4 weeks?
Like, for me, they've got 4 weeks in a couple of days.
Oh no!
So I said to Paul, I was like, it couldn't have been worse timing for me, because
you need to
my last
as well.
bit of pregnancy as well.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're at school, I kind of had that time to like just sort of like, you know, go about my day and be a bit more chilled. I've now got 4 weeks of them not at school and at my very last bit of pregnancy.
And you're going to be...
You're going to have to, like,
step up. And you're going to be packing to move house.
packing. Well, obviously, we've got removals doing half and half. Like I said, I don't want them to pack everything because I've had situations in the past with removals. Me and Paul's laughing. We've moved 5 times in like 6 years or something ridiculous.
That is crazy.
So we're like pros at this now.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like there are certain things that you do want to pack yourself, and obviously. Mum, Gaynor, like friends, everyone has been offering their help, so I'm just going to take the help because obviously I'm so pregnant now. It's just
I'll come over and help you.
Yeah, honestly, it's not that bad. Like, me and Mum cracked on and packed up basically all of my clothes the other day because I said to Mum, I'm not wearing any of this. Like, she was getting out all these little dresses, jeans, all this stuff. I was like,
pack it, put it away.
Doesn't even go anywhere near me. So we've packed basically like 70% of my stuff. I've done little pause room with Mum as well the other day. So it's just like bits and bobs. But it is hard. Like, people are like, are you all packed up? And I'm like, when you live and you have children, you can't actually pack everything up because you need it all. Like, you need your kitchen, you need your kids' toys out. And so, but it'll be like the last week's going to be full on.
I'm starting actually the packing process. At mine, I'm this week.
How exciting!
So basically, I'm getting everything out of my garage. Have you ever seen that program that Stacey Solomon does, where they get everything out of the whole house and lay it on the floor?
I haven't seen it, but that is a really good idea because.
So, but we're not doing it with the house. We're doing it with my garage. You know what my garage is like.
It's so weird with your garage because it goes through seasons.
It's a
sometimes
TARDIS.
I've looked in there and I'm like, yeah, but sometimes I've looked in the door and I'm like, wow, you've had a clear out. And then other times you can't even open the door.
I know, honestly.
It goes from like one extreme to another.
No, I said to Greg,
ours is really bad, to be fair.
If I clicked my fingers and everything disappeared out of that garage, I wouldn't even miss any of it.
Anything.
I wouldn't miss any of it.
Definitely wouldn't miss the Peloton.
Oh, that Peloton's got cobwebs on it.
You went on it once, didn't you?
I think once, yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't hear the last of that from Greg. That'll be brought up again.
Oh, sorry then, just to wind down.
Yeah, but we're getting every single thing out of my garage this week, and we're gonna do like either skip, charity shop, or keep and box up for the new house. At least I said to Greg, that's like one big job done because we're not. To be honest, in this house, apart from like our own personal things, we're not taking any furniture or anything with us.
Do you know what you should do? There's this app, and it's like people can collect. So you just upload it, picture of it, and then the people just come and collect it. They don't pay for it; it's for free. But they just have to come with their van or whatever, and they collect it. So
Wow,
I know this because I had a friend that done it with all their old furniture. They cleared out their garage, like what you're doing. But I'm really laughing because we've got this white garden sofa, right? We've had it for years.
I know
it was
what
meant
you
to
mean.
be. It's disgusting now. It was meant to be water. It's a garden sofa. It was meant to be weather resilient or whatever. Anyway, and it was really expensive at the time as well. And I was thinking, well, you're paying for it because it's white, and then obviously it can be through all types of weather. It is like black. It's gone like grey, black. It's like got all these splodges on it. Anyway, I keep looking at it because I'm like, that is not coming to the new house. And I was like, is it liberty to put it on that app? I was like, because it's so bad. But then I was thinking, someone might want to recover it or find something for it.
Yeah, refurbish it. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're picking it up for free. So, yeah.
So I went to Sorrento last week to shoot all my In The Style swimwear collection.
Yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was really good. Like, Sorrento was beautiful. Like, so lovely. It wasn't that warm, though. It was actually... I said it's so typical, isn't it?
UK.
Much warmer. So it was 18 degrees here in the UK. It was 9 degrees. So I was shooting swimwear in 9 degrees. It was freezing. I was shivering. Don't get me wrong, the pictures, it looked hot because thank God the skies were like blue with sunshine. So it was really, really like, you know, lovely setting to shoot in, but it was so chilly. I took a big dressing gown with me.
And you was in like bikinis, wasn't you, as well as your swimwear?
It was not ideal, to be honest with you. And I had to be like, oh, I'm here in the sun, like loving it. And really, I was freezing. But
I saw the collection on Instagram. It looks lovely. It looks so nice. I love the summer collections that you do.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the summer's always really good. I spoke to Adam and he said to me, it's the biggest launch, so the biggest launch in the last 2 years. Like, it's had the best reaction.
Wow.
So really pleased about that. I knew it would do well because I think thing is this year everyone's excited to go away on holiday and you know, buy swimwear. Last year people were still unsure, wasn't they? So
yeah, there's going to be a hype this year, definitely, around holidays, because although everyone... And also, I think even at home in the UK last year wasn't the best summer. So even if people don't have big holidays planned, I feel like, hopefully, I'm just putting it out there, I feel like we're going to have a nicer summer this year, especially after how our March has been.
yeah, I do.
So
Yeah, I feel like that as well.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. But how was Paris?
So I had such a lovely time, but obviously, for obvious reasons, it was a bit tricky for me being this pregnant. So obviously it was my friend Sharon's 30th, and me and a couple of the other girls, we was trying to organise it as a surprise for her. And we kind of ended up doing it last minute, and I was like, guys, look, I might not come. I said, as much as I'd love to, I was like, I'm so pregnant, and it's a city break as well, so there's a lot of walking, shopping, sightseeing. You know what it's like in Paris.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not a relaxing one, is it? It's full on.
Exactly. And anyway, I decided to go and had a lovely time, but when I got home, I was absolutely exhausted, and I actually got unwell. So it was only for 2 nights, and we kind of like crammed quite a lot in. And I did like leave the girls to it a couple of times just to go back to the hotel and basically rest, like put my feet up. I was like, okay, the legs can't take anymore. I was like, I'm saving myself for dinner. And it was lovely. I had a really good time, and the girls were really chilled as well. It wasn't like they was kind of going too wild. But when I got home, I have to admit, I actually felt like ill, and obviously I was gutted because I didn't make your charity event, which, by the way, we need to talk about. I had such bad FOMO. So I just cleared the diary. I was meant to go to Cheltenham races. I had all this stuff in, and I thought, what am I doing? I'm like 8 months pregnant. Like, just chill the F out. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. You do, and that's your body's way of telling you, like, the fact that you got ill, it is your body's way of telling you need to slow down. Like, you need to.
And I really did. I spent it ended up being 3 or 4 days at home, and I was so like grateful for that time. And then I just got like, now I'm back to normal again. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I just needed to chill. Like, it was just like my body was run down. I had a sore throat. I was sneezing. I couldn't sleep. But anyway, I'm all good now. But yeah, it was lovely, and I really. Do you know what? Rested. When we was out there, we had like sunshine, and when we went to Paris, and Rosie was like tiny baby, and it was freezing. I was like, it was so nice to actually be in Paris with like. I really want to go back and do like a girls' city break there, because also, like I was saying the other day, I was like, Paris is really clean. Like, it's actually quite clean out there. Like, you know, like as a city, it's actually like really well kind of kept.
You know, we should definitely do a little girls' trip.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. It was lovely. But right, so the charity event. First of all, can I just say congratulations? That is epic how much you raised. Like, that is like so life changing. Obviously, because it's just when I was watching it all unravel on Instagram, that's all I could watch was like people's stories and videos.
All the stories.
I was like,
I didn't even post. It was so full on the night for me and Greg. Because obviously where we was hosting. It wasn't till the next day that I could actually post a few bits of the night. But everyone had a brilliant night. Like, it was incredible. Like, everyone looked amazing. Like, the vibe, the function band were amazing. I mean, obviously you've seen them at my birthday, at my 30th.
Yeah, I saw them on the Instagram. They looked so good.
They were so good, so good. Sorry, Nelly's just come down.
Oh, Nelly, okay? How are you, sweetheart?
Come say hello to Auntie.
You've been a little bit poorly. Hello. Oh, this is funny. Look. Can you see?
Oh, Auntie's got the same pyjamas on as you.
We've got the same pyjamas, and also look how funny. Look, my belly's popping out. Can you see that? Nothing fits.
Auntie, look at the baby. She's really giggling. She can't hear you because of this. Can you hear her from here?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell her
She's
I
got
love
more
her.
colour
And
back
I hope
in her
she feels
face.
better.
Feeling better, darling. Auntie said she loves you. She's definitely got more colour in her face today. And we've managed to put some clean pyjamas on and brush her teeth, because yesterday was one of those days she couldn't move. You know, like...
Don't need to do any of that.
You okay? Yeah? What are you doing?
Getting a snack.
Oh, getting a snack. She's definitely better.
Yeah,
On the mend.
that's
She's definitely
it.
on the mend.
Fill yourself up
Come
with
down and
snacks.
get a little something in the water. Sorry. Yeah, so back to the charity do. It was,
Yeah.
it was incredible. It was such a great evening, and we raised £122,000, which
Incredible.
is the most they've ever raised on one night, like at an event like that. So we was all like, the emotions, like when it come through, like how much we'd raised, it was just brilliant. Like everyone was like such good sports, you know, like
Just
bidding,
being
like
generous
auctions
as well, and getting involved. And,
really generous.
Yeah.
And as for Louisa, I mean, you know what she's like because you obviously worked together like with Moldova, and she's just brilliant. Like that's her calling in life, you know, to be an auctioneer. She's just the best at it.
She just gets into people's heads, into people's pockets, should I say?
She does. She definitely does. And she's just amazing. Like even with Mum, right? So Jamie from In the Style.
Yeah.
He won the auction for Mum. He I think £9,000 in the end.
But also,
and
like,
then
lucky for Mum as well. She didn't have to go on some random date with someone she didn't know.
Really lucky for Mum. And then she just said to Johnny G, like, obviously John is one of our good family friends for our listeners. Like, he's a good family friend. He actually won Mum on a date at the last charity event. But Louisa, so we got £9,000 Jay. She went, Johnny G, what are you going to throw in there? Come on, you dated another £4,000. Like, you know, like she gets away with it. She was brilliant, and we couldn't have done it without her.
Didn't she get Arj to get up and sing as well for money? That was like a
so
big...
we all put in. So Arj put in money, like bid to sing with the function man, and then we all put in more to like add to it, and that was amazing. Actually, that was the best I've ever heard Arj sing.
Really, I do actually think like
he was amazing.
Like, on the night, everyone's had a drink, everyone's having fun. I think that's like where she's so good. She knows when to get people. Do you know what I mean? As well, it's like like the room is buzzing. Right, let's make some money here. That's what we're all here for. We're all here to make money for the charity.
Exactly.
But yeah, congratulations.
Well, that's it.
She's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great night. Obviously I really missed you and Paul, but it was so like you would have loved it because the people watching. But
that's what I mean.
You know,
the next day I was like,
he wasn't feeling great, so it was one of those things, wasn't it?
I know, and I could have just sat at the table. And people watched. I would have loved it because I heard that everyone got very, very drunk. Never mind, I'll be there.
Yeah, it was. Oh gosh, it was one of those. Yeah. It was everyone like, I think everyone just went wild. At one point, everyone did go wild on the dance floor. The function, it was like crazy. Everyone was on podiums.
Really?
It was like, it was madness, but it was brilliant. It was a great night, and like so happy with what we raised.
We can watch it. We can all watch it on the Mummy Diaries, can't we? Sorry, Family
Yes,
Diaries. I'm so used to saying Mummy Diaries. Do you do that?
I do it all the time. All the time.
It's very similar.
Yeah, it will all be on there. Yeah. So yeah. Get an insight to the night.
Insight to the night.
Shall we go on to Ask Us Anything?
Yes, Ask Us Anything. That was a great catch up. I feel like I feel like I've got so much more to tell you, but we'll just be sitting here all day otherwise.
I know, just yapping.
Right, so Ask Us Anything. I love how you say go into the we. Where does it come from? And do you have any other funny sayings? I thought that was normal.
So did I, because I always say I'm going to the wee. Always.
Going to the wee. Going for
do you
a
think
wee?
it? For? I think, maybe you meant to say, I'm going to have a wee.
Or, I don't know, what else do you say? I'm going to the ladies. I need to urinate.
Ladies. Oh.
I tell you
I don't
what,
like that word.
No, urinate, urine.
I really don't like the word urinate, and I really don't like the word moist.
Nobody likes the word moist. Do you know what? I've got a pet peeve actually recently. It's been bugging me. Do you know what? On Instagram, do you know what really annoys me? Well, doesn't annoy me. I just don't like looking at it because I don't like the feeling it makes me feel like. Do you know when everyone does nail posts? Look, and I love a nail post.
Oh.
No,
the cuticles.
The cuticles. Who wants to see your cuticle being pushed down? Do you get that? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Completely.
Like, so
it's awful.
I love them now videos, like the transformation, but I hate it when then they get that tool and then they do like the zoom in shot of like everyone having their cuticles really pushed down, then like clipped away. Like, I don't want to see it.
I completely agree.
Gross. No. Right, anyway, moving on. Are there any products you recommend for stretch marks during pregnancy? I'm only 3 months, but I'm starting to get them and want to start treating them soon. Right, okay, I've actually been using a new one. So this pregnancy, I got a gift set sent from one of the brands that I work with just to say, like, congratulations on your pregnancy. And it was a cowshed set. And
oh, nice.
All like lovely natural baby products, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And in that set there was a let me just double check what it's called. Oh yeah, it's called Stretch Mark Balm. It's got sea buckthorn, rose hip and cranberry. Anyway, it's a really lovely feel, you know, like
lather it
every morning. Lather it, just so nice, like rub it all in it, it's all soft. So yeah,
how
I'd
lovely.
recommend that one. It's a cowshed one.
But it just feels nice as well, doesn't it? Like, you know, when you're pregnant and your belly gets really tight, if you're not moisturised, you feel like the skin is really stretching. Whereas if it's really moisturised, it feels more supple.
I've recently, I can't tell you how tight my tummy feels. I was like, can this get bigger? It was like, well, we've still got like how many weeks left. But
The
it feels
last
really
bit.
tight.
Yeah, we never know. The baby might come a bit early. Never know.
Well, it's solid as well. Do you know when it goes really hard and you've got no movement?
Yeah.
I'm literally at the stage now where I have to roll to my side to get out of bed. Shoes are really hard to put on. Dishwasher's really hard. Like, everything's becoming hard work now, to be honest.
Right. Can you just really, if you're getting any twinges or anything, because we need to make it all the way over to Surrey, so you need to just call urgently if you do get that feeling.
Of course. When it gets a little bit closer as well, you just need to make sure your phones are on at night time on loud. Because I know, like,
I wake up at a pin drop, so you can count on me. Oh, this is a good one. If you could be a fly on the wall in another celebrity's house, who would you choose? Yeah, at the moment, I think I'd choose Will Smith to see what happened this morning after last night's antics.
Yeah, can we be a fly this morning after the Oscars, please? Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, that would be going off in the Smiths household. I bet it's really interesting. I know, like, the Kardashians, we get an insight to their life every day on Instagram and their shows and stuff. But I do wonder, like, because we know what it's like when you film a reality TV show. People still are only watching an hour snippet of your life. Do you know what I mean?
Course,
like, there is still a lot that goes on, and I do wonder, like, when they do their like big baby showers and their parties and stuff, they only let you see a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think
I wonder,
there must be so much more that goes on behind the scenes,
all the ins and outs.
Yeah,
but also as well, it's like we're all human, right? We're all, you know, like, we all actually go through very similar emotions, and this, especially like parenthood. And I think to myself, like, I wonder what the school routine's like in the Kardashian household sometimes. I wonder if it's as hectic as my household. And obviously, like, you know, they might have some extra help, but it's still like,
there's still,
you know, you all still go through that.
Yeah, you do. So even though they've probably more than likely got a couple of nannies each, I still think they're still doing, like you're saying, like the madness of having a young family, because you're still there and you're still in it. So that'd be an interesting one.
That would be an interesting one, actually.
On that note, I actually need a wee, so let's wrap this one up.
Let's wrap this up, honey.
Urinate.
Thanks for listening, don't say urinate. Don't say that.
Urination.
Prefer to say I'm going for a wee, for the wee. Need to go to the wee.
Can the listeners tell me what?
But yeah, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. Sorry, just quick. Can you just DM us, because I don't know what is the correct thing to say? Because it's funny how it's been called up on an Ask Us Anything, isn't it? So what is the right thing to say?
Maybe I just need to pop to the toilet. It's quite, you know.
It's quite posh. Can pop to the ladies. But yeah.
No, you live in Surrey.
Actually, Mum says that. Mum always goes, I just need the ladies, doesn't she?
Yeah, ladies.
But yeah, thanks, guys. And again, thank you so much. We couldn't believe we'd hit 1 million audio downloads.
Yeah.
And actually, it's actually more when you include YouTube. So we've actually hit more than that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.